Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came to the UK's biggest games expo, EGX London 2014, to put the multiplayer portion of the game in the hands of the public ahead of launch in November.
It felt a lot more smooth.
The new game mode uplink, it's got a really good adrenaline rush kind of feel to it.
Jumping about and double jumping. Really good on.
You felt you were unstoppable, and that was the fun part about it.
At EGX, we spoke to the attendees, to the YouTubers, to the pro players, and to Sledgehammer boss man Glenn Schofield about that exosuit-powered multiplayer.
It feels like a fresh game, players have got to adapt.
It's very, very fast.
It completely inherently revolutionises, the way you play.
They told us how to hit the ground running when the game comes out. Bearing in mind that if you pre-order Advanced Warfare, you can play it a day before the official launch and get the boost jump on the competition with the Day Zero edition. So consider these 5 ways to dominate on Day Zero.
In Advanced Warfare multiplayer, your Swanko robotic exoskeleton or exosuit makes you faster, stronger and more manoeuvrable than ever.
So I'd say the fast-pacedness of the game is definitely the first thing you'll pick up on.
That means your first task on firing up Advanced Warfare is getting to grips with faster play in general and your new aerial abilities in particular.
The boost mechanics let you basically move around the map really, really quickly. Once you actually understand the exosuits, you can literally move so quickly. You can just get on top of buildings, you can boost through, and I find myself literally just flying through the levels. Like, you can jump like pretty much from mid-air. You can do one jump and then a double jump and then another boost, and you can literally get around so quickly.
Sledgehammer Games Man Mountain Glenn Schofield notes that suddenly having the ability to boost jump, unlike in any Call of Duty game before, takes some getting used to.
I've found that some people are taking a little bit more time before they start using boost jump, but then when they start to see other people doing it, then they get to do it. So I kind of nod once in a while, go, don't forget boost jump.
So yeah, don't forget boost jump. Your PMC didn't spend all that money on those exotic robot pants, so you could just hop around like an unenhanced human idiot. Oh, and while you're at it, also don't forget that your fancy show-off exo movements, such as boost jump, will ping your position on your enemy's radar. That's the price you pay for flying high, baby bird. You might want to whack the new perk called Blast Suppressor into your loadout if you like to bounce around the map without broadcasting your location to everyone who wants to shoot you out of the sky.
So when you use an exo ability, you automatically pop up on the other team's minimap, whereas this perk negates that. So it allows you to be a bit more sneaky, not revealing yourself as much.
Speaking of shooting people out of the sky, you'll want to be shooting people out of the sky. Just as you will be double jumping to new heights on the multiplayer maps in Advanced Warfare, so too will your opponents. This means it's not enough to just check your corners in a horizontal plane. This isn't your granddad's Call of Duty. It's time to look up.
Since like pretty much every single Call of Duty, you know where people generally are going to be, but in this game, people are often above you, so you'll chase someone into a building and they might, like, if they know you're chasing them, they might jump up, and like you have to walk into the building looking up. You think, where can they be? They could be on that second story so easily, as opposed to normally walking in, they'll be like around the corner or somewhere. They could literally be anywhere, and you can get to second stories of buildings within seconds. So I definitely have to check my corners a lot more.
In related tips, it's time for some sensitivity training.
To dominate multiplayer in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare amid the faster movement and greater up and downiness, or verticality if you like, quick reflexes are essential. Because obviously before, Call of Duty was slower than a game of chess by post. Anyway, since we can't yet graft faster synapses into our rubbish human brains, thanks for nothing science, we can at least give our poor reflexes a helping hand by nudging up the sensitivity of our look settings. So says Allier.
I've upped my sensitivity quite a little bit because when you're in close engagement situations, often the player will just double jump and they'll be over your head. In that situation, if you're on a low sensitivity, you just can't track them and they're gone. So you need to sort of up your sensitivity a little bit to be able to track them, see where they're going, and it is so fast paced, you've got to do that.
To get off the blocks on Day Zero with the best possible start, of course you'll want to pin down the perfect loadout with the best weapons and perks to get the job done on every map. As with Andy's choice of clothing, however, it's all a matter of taste and style, and who am I to judge what's right for another person? But Advanced Warfare's new loot system, known as supply drops, will randomly gift you with, among many other things, new versions of weapons with stats tweaked and tuned in ways you might just love.
But the biggest thing by far are just the variety of weapons. You've got the normal weapon, you've then got enlisted versions, professional versions, and elite versions, and multiple versions. So it's going to take me probably months. I mean, I'm probably going to be switching my weapon choice months into the game. So it's going to be tons of customization, and I can't wait to go to open those loot crates and get as many many weapons as possible.
The more you play, the more supply drops you get, and the greater the chances you will loot something that fits perfectly in your new loadout. Therefore, the good news for Day 0 players is you have a 24-hour head start to winning the gun of your dreams. Although if you do start dreaming about guns, maybe take a break, go for a little walk.
It's just a matter of playing. The more you play, the more you're going to get. You can earn different attachments to create different weapons as well. I mean, there's so many ways to change the weapons or the attachments or the way you look or the way you play.
Oh, and Andy, there are like hats and tops and stuff in supply drops too. I know you like to dress up.
Hey, what's that about my clothes? You wouldn't be saying that to me in a game of Uplink, the sporty new multiplayer mode in Advanced Warfare, because I'd be dunking on you so hard your kids would be born embarrassed for you. More to the point, Uplink is the basketball-like multiplayer mode which plays to the exosuit's strengths of jumping, dodging, and strength.
Uplink's a brand new one, which might possibly be in esports, but it's looking really interesting. It's kind of like a mix between football, like American football, like basketball. Well delivered. It's just like throwing a ball around, trying to get into the enemy goal, and it's really interesting. I'm looking forward to what people do with it.
We've got the drone. In it, you grab the futuristic science ball and hustle it to the holographic science goal, and then lob or slam it in for sweet points.
I just heard some guy tell me before, he's just like, oh my God, I'm still shaking from playing Uplink. I had so much fun.
It's poised to be Advanced Warfare's signature mode, with spectacular nail-biting matches in public and pro play alike. So we recommend practicing your dunks and your three-pointers.
Uplink, there's so much potential for, you know, wild spectator moments. You know, when someone's with 10 seconds left, he throws a Kobe Bryant three-pointer over the top of the map and it just goes in. So yeah, it creates for a lot of exciting players.
Find me in November and you'll find me dunking Uplink balls like Mike dunks biscuits. Oh!
Thanks, Andy. Those were 5 ways to dominate on Day 0 in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We'll see you on the Uplink court.